Hey everyone, super excited to share with you today about AI SDR. It's going to revolutionize how companies are going into sales. If you don't believe me, go and check out Jacko, who created Winning by Design. He does believe that 90% of salespeople will go out of demand in about 18 months. So how do you prepare yourself? Well, you're going to start building up AI SDRs so your best performers actually can focus on deals and don't have to do all these tasks. So the first step is we're going to take over automated replies. So we handle all the email replies for you. Let me show you here. So we start out by connecting Calendly, and this will come with as well Chili Piper and HubSpot meetings in the next version. And once you integrated, the system has something to follow up with, a meeting link when somebody wants a demo. So let's start out by saying, where do we source the leads from? I'm taking in leads already existing, so it's very simple. Then I put in minutes. I put in 0 minutes, so it goes out right away. And then I go in and say, I want to send an email. You can also do this very shortly. We'll handle LinkedIn messages, but right now it's only live for email. You'll get an email, well, also a LinkedIn message once that has changed, right? So let's start by minutes and 0 minutes. So once the email is sent, we don't want a gap between when the AI SDR get enabled, and this will also come out as master templates. You don't have to fill this every time in the next update. So I'm gonna go in and put in my pitch. What do I actually offering? What's unique about my solution? So when somebody reply and ask that, we know that. Common objections around your product, like an AI SDR doesn't work. Well, in fact it does. We humanize them. They're not biased and they never forget to follow up. Some of those things are what SDRs do the worst. They forget to follow up, they're biased. Well, humanized we all are, but you get the point. Now, let's talk about competitors, right? So we can mention what are our competitors and what do they do, how do we stand out? And then finally, additional information, like you can talk about your pricing, if that comes up often, you reply, so you know this data yourself. Now you feed the model to be able to handle replies at scale. Now what's going to happen next is you can say, do I want to run advanced AI? That means we are replying every message automatically for you. Or do you want Copilot? And I'm going to showcase you how Copilot looks in a couple of seconds. And I'm going to turn it on in advanced mode. At this point, I can keep adding steps. So 2 days later, send another email. And for that step, maybe have a different variation of an AI SDR replying if the email have different contexts, so it's designed for every step. Down the road, we will automate this. You put it once and we generate all these templates and prospect for you. But today, we handle all your replies. So if you sit at 11 o'clock in the night, somebody replies to you, you might see it on your phone, you might be sleeping. The system will reply on your behalf in the time that fits the prospect. That's how you close more deals. So super important. Once you're done with this, you go through, you save it, and you hit start automation. One thing that is important is you don't want to remove people when they reply, because then the AI SDR can continue following up with a person, and you got to pick a time schedule. It's as simple as that. Okay, so once you're done, you can call it demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Whatever your name is, hit start automation, and there you go. It's that simple. It's not really complicated at all. What happens behind our engineering team, it's rather complicated. It's taking us 18 months to actually get very, very close to where we're launching in a couple of months a full one-to-one AI SDR. So let's show you here. So for example, you go in and take your leads and you can add them to the automation now, or you can download them from LinkedIn with a LinkedIn URL, depending on how you started it. Hit add automation. Hit emails. Once somebody replying in Copilot mode, it will look like this. We're going to improve this designer so it looks a little bit nicer to work with every day, but this is actually quite good, right? So we send out an outbound email to Addy, and he replied back, book next week. Add a call to action, and so on. So anyway, hey Addy, perfect. Please find a time that works for you here next week here, right? Then put the calendar link, and all I have to do is to send message. And you know what? Let's do that, and then the message comes out. Now we are going to remove this. We're just launching it today in beta for everyone. So we don't need us to follow up because the system will actually do it. This is in Copilot mode. When you're in automated mode, you don't need to pop this because then it happens behind the scene. And you can see here, I'm running different autopilots. So it says processing, that's an autopilot, and this is on Copilot. So Copilot I can review, but autopilot I cannot. Telescope will actually tell you something about your campaign. If the prospect, you can see I'm using the same prospect in multiple workflows. So I can say I want to remove this person in different workflows because I added them to multiple workflows. So I can hit delete the prospect there. So I get a nice overview of what's going on. Also see logs, what happens, and the general settings, okay? So that's the first step to become an AI SDR. This is how you can use it today. It's going to reply on autopilot for you and take over, reply objections, pricing questions, timing. So what's going to happen in the next update if somebody replies. Get back to me in 6 months. It's going to get back. We'll follow up in 6 months. Plan the follow-up message for you and put them in a future campaign. And then what it's going to do as well is it's going to come with some objection, trying to make some urgency that there might be the right time right now. So we decided to do all of this. So if it's negative, positive, run sentiment analysis of the messaging before to really tailor them in which direction the follow-up messages are going, which is highly tailored for every single scenario. So I welcome you to the AI SDR area. We're in step 1 out of 3 to fully automate your prospecting. So today you can click on one link on LinkedIn and it will download all the data, run through personalization and fully reply everything. So minus having a continuous auto prospecting process, we basically have fully capable auto AI SDR for you today. So enjoy, have fun, let the system book more meetings for you, and this is how simple it is.